Hello everyone, I'm Tara, the dance doctor. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I teach a ladies styling practice routine that you can apply to practically any dance style. If the music is 4/4 time, you can dance this routine to it to practice some of your arm styling, head movement, body movement, rhythm, etc. So in this video, we do apply it to salsa, bachata, cha-cha-cha, and swing. But like I said, any dance style that you practice that's 4/4, you can use this routine as a practice routine. I really love teaching things like this because I like to teach people how to dance. I don't like to just teach steps. I really like people to know how to move their bodies. And once you learn that, you'd be surprised by how similar all dances really are. There's tiny little stylistic differences, there's timing differences, but for the most part, we use a lot of the same movements in all of the dances that we do. So it's really important to learn how to move your body with music, regardless of the style that you're trying to learn, because that's what's gonna teach you really how to dance and fully express yourself and not just be learning steps. As always, I'll put timestamps in the description box below for every section of this video. We're gonna get right into the lesson. I just wanna remind you to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the post notifications so you can see when I upload more stuff like this. Now let's get dancing. Okay, let's go ahead and get started learning this routine, and then once we've practiced it and we have it down, we'll start applying it to different styles of music, and we'll make some timing and stylistic tweaks depending on which dance style we're applying the routine to. So the whole thing looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm going to teach it facing away so that you can follow along. So we'll start with the first movement, just the feet. We're going out and out. So it's not a tap. There's a tiny weight change, and I come back. So I'm going to keep the leg that's going out straight. I bend it to go out, but when I step on it, it's straight, straight, and come back, straight, come back. And as you can see, just a tiny weight change, which is different than a tap. Okay, so I go 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Putting the whole foot on the ground when you put it down out to the side. So that's the first movement. 1 and 2. Then I'm going to cross my left over my right, bending both knees, and I'm going to tap. That's 3, 4. So I go 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to cross my right in front, tap, and then I'm going to step, and then I'm going to bring my feet together to turn and step out to the side. So let's try that whole section nice and slow. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. One more time. We go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, hold 8. Okay? Last time, and then we'll talk about what the arms are doing in these first 8 counts. So we go 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, hold 8. I think I'd like to say when I do 6, so I'm here at 5, on 6, because I'm preparing to turn, I'm not going to step straight to the side. I'm going to do a quarter turn with my foot to the right, bring the feet together, and then out to the side. Okay? So let's talk about what the arms are doing. I'm going left arm up, right arm up. I'm sorry, they both come up. Left, right. Yeah? So as my right foot goes out, left, right. want to make sure that my thumb is away from my hand so I don't look like a Lego or robot. I want to have this thumb away, and I want to have my fingers separated so that you can really see space in my hand. You can see energy in my hand. I don't want to look like this, where there's no space between my fingers, okay? So we're always going to be here. That's a really important ladies styling trick. Whenever we're moving our hands, we want space between the fingers, okay? So tiny little tangent there, but it's worth it. So we go 1 and 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1 and 2, 3, 4. The arms are going to stay here now. I'm going to look to the left when I tap 5, and then look to the right on 6 to get me ready to turn and spot. So I go 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay? From the beginning. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring the feet together. And 7. And I'm letting the arms kind of melt down here. And I'm just going to do a little chin lift on 8. Okay? So let's try that again from the beginning. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Last time, and then we'll add the second section. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay, so now we're going to add on the second section. So I end here with my left foot pointed out to the side and my chin up. We'll start just with the feet. I'm going to rock back and forth, left, right. That's 1, 2. And depending on what style of music we're dancing with, will change if there's flexion in the knees, how much the hips are moving, that kind of stuff. But for now, we're going to keep it kind of neutral, just swaying back and forth, getting used to changing the weight quickly without lifting the feet up off the ground. So I go left, right. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so that's the first part. 1, 2. Then I'm going to transfer my weight back onto my left, 3, and I'm going to replace and 4. Okay, so that's 3 and 4. Again, 3 and 4. And 3 and 4. Okay, now from the beginning of the second section, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is just the ball of the foot on the ground now, and my feet are perpendicular. So before they were parallel, 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 replace, and I'm turning my left foot a quarter return to the left now, and placing either the ball of the foot or the toe on the ground, depending on what you're comfortable with, okay? So I end here, and I go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here, I'm going to push into the ball or the toe, and lift and twist the hip. So I'm lifting the crest of my hip up to my bottom rib, trying to join those two. And as I do that, I'm also twisting my left hip so that it's like I'm trying to show somebody this stripe on the side of my pants. That somebody that's in front of me, I want to show them the stripe, and then I come back. So I'm crunching and twisting, crunch and twist, crunch and twist, okay? So we land here, 5, 6, and now I'm going to bring my hips around in a big circle, going back, 7, 8. And I'm going to do a little pulse now on the other side, okay? So I'm here and I go 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so let's try that whole second section a couple times and then we'll add the arms. So I am here and I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so now let's talk about what the arms are doing. I am here with my arms down and I just lifted my chin. On 1, 2, I'm just going to gently lift my hands up my body and then they're going to circle out. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just doing a little wrist circle here to the right, or to the outside, I guess I could say. Outside, and then put my hands in this position again. So I go, I'll do it facing you once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And again, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now from here, I'm going to use this hand, my left hand especially, that's closest to my left hip, and I'm going to act like I'm pulling a lever, and that lever is moving my hip. So I pull in toward my hip as it twists, and then I return it back to where it was. So I go twist, return, twist, return. And this other one can just stay out here. Twist, return, okay? We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Twist, return, and now I'm going to bring my hands down to my thighs, 7, 8. And just touch my thighs and kind of slide them up to my hips to finish, okay? So the whole second section with arms. I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's do that second section a couple more times with the arms, and then we will try it all together. So I am here on my right, my chin is up, and I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now let's put the whole thing together. Nice and slow. I go 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now that we have learned the routine and we've practiced it, now we get to do the fun part, which is dance it with music. So in the next section, I'm going to break down how to do this with salsa music, bachata music, cha-cha-cha music, and swing music. So as always, there will be timestamps for each one in the description box. If you have a personal preference, you have a favorite dance style, you can skip ahead to that. Or you can do all of them and really get familiar with this routine and how versatile it is and how universal dancing really is. We can use the same movements for lots of different types of music. All right, so now let's get into it. Okay, so let's begin by applying this routine to salsa. So the count of the routine with salsa music is going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, and 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay? A couple stylistic things. 1, 2, 3, 5. Here I'm adding a little shimmy when I'm doing my tap. So I go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So on 6, 7, I'm doing a little shimmy. 1, 3, and 5. Here, in addition to tilting the chin upward, I can also drop a little bit in the knees and kind of let that movement reverberate up through my spine. Okay, so I go here, bum, 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 and, yeah? So those are the only main changes or little tweaks that I would make to make this look more like salsa. So from the back, I go 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, and 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so now let's give it a shot with salsa music. Here we go, routine. And basic. Here we go again. Last time, here we go. Okay, so moving on to bachata. The timing when we dance this routine with bachata is 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Now here on 8, instead of lifting the chin only, I'm going to drop so that I can really get down low into that hip movement instead of keeping the knees straight. So I finish my turn and I go drop and hip, hip, and then I come up and replace 1, 2, and all this is the same. So really the only change is that I'm definitely going to come down to do my hip movement on the beginning of the second section. All right, now let's give it a shot with music. Here we go, routine, we go. And basic. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So that is going to change the timing of the routine as well. So if I finish here 1, I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But other than that, the routine stays as it is. The only thing is I am doing the head and on the 8, or the 1 in this case, and I am keeping the knees straight here. And here, I actually like to come more to the toe than the ball of the foot to make this a little bit sharper of a movement. It's not soft like it was in Salsa and Bachata. So I'll show that facing away. So I go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so now let's try it with cha-cha-cha music. 2, 3, here we go. And routine. Here we go. Of the day, which is swing. This is the one where there's probably the most stylistic departure because salsa, bachata, and cha-cha-cha are all Latin dances, so the style is pretty similar. Swing has a little bit more of a flirtatious, almost androgynous feeling to it. It's not masculine, it's not feminine, it's just kind of playful and bouncy, so we're going to change the feeling of the routine just a tad. So the beginning stays the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And on 8, I'm going to look to the left. Instead of doing this chin lift, I'm going to look to the left. And then here, instead of doing figure 8s with my hips, I'm going to do more, I'm just going to rock back and forth using my shoulders. So I end on my right foot, I look to the left, and I'm going to go shoulder, shoulder. So I'll do that facing away. So I end on my right, look, shoulder, shoulder. So keeping the arms pretty straight and the palms facing down. As I bring my hip over to the left, my right shoulder comes up, and then I switch. Switch, 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 all looking over this way, okay? So from the beginning, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Sorry, 8, we don't change. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. So on this, 3, more than in the others, I'm kind of coming up to drop because that's a characteristic of swing dancing is that we drop and come up and drop and come up. So we're going to use that in this movement. So I'm over here and I go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I go up and drop, up and drop. Okay? One more time. I go 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. That part all remains the same, okay? So let's do the whole thing once without music, just with the swing feel, and then we'll try it with swing music. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's try it with music.